Hello everyone, welcome to AME's 2-second lean tour series. I'm Richard Evans along with co-host Paul Akers, and we're starting 2025 with our new series. Last year, remember, we went to Traffic Safety Supply with Jeff and his team. We also visited Husky Building Supply with Austin and his team. This year is going to be a great season as well. We're going to start off today with a visit to Oryx Doors and Windows with Guy and his team. So we're going to be flying all the way from Toronto, Canada into Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. So I'd like to introduce you to Paul, and he's going to introduce you to Guy and the team.
We're all ready. Thank you, Paul and Richard.
Okay, so let's watch and see what you guys are doing, because it's amazing. Guys' entire team has stayed in the conference room. They're watching this with us at 7 o'clock in the evening in Dubai. So let's take it away. Let's see what you have, Guy.
Welcome to the United Arab Emirates. We're in Dubai, and this is Oryx Doors and Windows. Well, Oryx is slightly different to most of the companies featured in the 2-second lean video tours. Not only do we manufacture, but we import and we install. As you can see here, we actually have 14 teams of fully trained installers, each with their own customized installation vehicles. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're all gathered here for the start of a new day. However, this has changed. 6 months ago, one of our major lean improvements was that we do not meet here at 7 o'clock in the morning. All our teams gather and go directly to site, fully equipped for that day. Oryx Doors and Windows is located in 5 places in the Middle East. This is Dubai. This is our showroom and manufacturing unit. Life for Oryx began in March 2016. Originally, we were a distributor for a UK company that manufactured high-quality doors and windows. Since then, we've added brands and people. We started our own manufacturing division. Now, in 2025, we've got more than 150 people. We turn over more than 17 million in revenue per year, and I'm trying my very best to be a lean maniac. Come with me through one of our very own doors. So, this is my lean journey and how Oryx Doors and Windows has got into the way of lean and the Toyota way and 2-second lean. So really my journey started back in about 1986 or the 1980s. And a very good school pal of mine, he gave me a book called The Goal by Eli Goldratt. It's a novel. It includes things that are about Toyota, theory of constraints, continual improvement. It's a brilliant read. I started to do that in a printing business. It started delivering results, and I kept that going right through my career. ExxonMobil, one of the best ever lean manufacturing units probably in the world at the time, was the McLaren factory where they manufactured the Mercedes Formula One car. I then went to a timber business. We implemented some of the TOC, theory of constraints there, with success. And then I joined Origin Doors and Windows, and that was in about 2009. And the whole team read The Goal, and we implemented it. One of the major things we did, we took our 4 to 6 week delivery time right down to 24 hours through theory of constraints. Brilliant book, highly recommend everybody reads it. Then at Origin, I offered to set up the business in Dubai for them. And in 2016, we decided the best thing to do was become a distributor for Origin. At the time, we read Extreme Ownership and Black Box Thinking. Not necessarily about lean, but these are lean books, and everything in these books is about lean. Oryx. Finally, my colleague at Oryx, Heather, she forced me into reading The Toyota Way. What a great book. What a shame I didn't read it a decade before. Anyway, we've implemented The Toyota Way at Oryx. We were struggling a little bit. I was extremely impatient with what was happening. And then Heather came across Paul Akers' video on the toilet. at the same time as I was reading 2-second lean. These two things merged, and now we are great big fans of 2-second lean. We've all read Lean Health, we've read Lean Life. We love improvement starts with I, and we've even gone as far as taking the 2-second lean book and translating it into Tagalog, because here we've got the best part of 100 people from the Philippines, and their native language is Tagalog. I now know that you can't push lean. You have to pull lean. I have to be patient, and that's a big problem because I'm really not patient. I have to lead by example. I'm simplifying my life at home and I'm simplifying my office. We're already heading towards a paperless office at Oryx. And so here I have one small drawer. I have an A3 file, and in the file we keep project plans readily at hand so that we can visually see exactly where we are, dates, who's got to do what, and everything else. We also have our now very famous and very popular Gemba walk, A3 Gemba walks. So we put pictures on them, we scribble all over them, and we make sure what we find on the Gemba walk gets done. This is my office drawer, and you can see that it's very simple. I have a calculator, business cards, glasses, tape measure, some pens. We love Kaizen foam, by the way. Now I'd like to show you what's been going on at Oryx and introduce you to some of the team. And probably the best place to start is with our customer's journey. So here is Clarice, our senior sales manager.
Thank you, Guy. So the showroom is perfectly laid out, keeping in mind the logical product flow to the customer. As you can see, starting from the front doors all the way to your garden door. We prioritize high visibility in the showroom, so every product that you see in here is clearly labeled with the specification and the pricing. This way, core information is always available regardless of the availability of the salesperson. Another lean improvement that has had a huge impact on the sales team is the fact that we do not send out proposals until the customer has actually physically shown up to the showroom and seen the value of the products and the quality that we deliver. An operational lean improvement that the sales team has is a direct access to the project planner. Let me show you how it works. So as you can see here, the project planner shows us the installations as booked up, but you can see a gap of 2 days or a day in between the slots, which means the sales team can sell smaller time-sensitive orders so that we can fit them quickly. And when there's clarity on what's to be ordered, a kickoff meeting is held between the sales, projects, and design team to reinforce all valuable information is communicated efficiently. So one of our leanest department is the switchable smart film that is run by Julian. Julian, would you like to tell us more about?
Switchable Smart Film is a standalone business within Oryx. Because Switchable Smart Film is small and simple and is ideally positioned to be a lean experiment within Oryx. In just 4 months, we have reduced inventory by more than half, moved all tools and accessories needed to be at the place of work, and they're clearly labeled. We have Kaizen foam to help organize our tools and sample boxes for our customers. All our orders are now clear and simple and appear on the screen at the workbench. Our goal with customer inquiries is to respond on 15 minutes, and we usually do this with an indication of price and time when we can install. And we have also brought down our delivery time from 3 to 4 weeks to 48 hours. I'd like to pass you back over to Clarice.
A significant improvement has been the way we communicate with our customers. I'll let Heather explain more.
Key to the success of Oryx is our communication. We set the benchmark for responsiveness to internal and external customers at a maximum of 1 hour. And this drives amazing customer service. Together with our fantastic products, we are proud to share our Google review score of 4.9 out of 5. Let me show you how we incorporate templates into our everyday work, and let's cut back to the induction program that ran this morning.
So when the induction process is finished, albeit it never really finishes because we expect people to grow all the time in Oryx, then the people will go and be seated with their line managers, who will then start to explain some of the more details of their job and what is expected. But we will then also bring these people back together again at certain periods to talk about how they felt about the induction, maybe what we can improve upon, and how we can make their life easier. Welcome to the Oryx Training Academy. This is where we allow our installers to practice fitting the various products that Oryx Doors and Windows sell. As part of improving our installers, we also time how long it takes to fit each individual product, and you can see here we have a board stating the times, and obviously we're looking to create some competition here as to who can do this in the quickest way, but obviously without making mistakes and making it a perfect installation.
After the induction process, the employee returns to their department to join their team. At 1 week, 1 month, 3 months and 6 months, the HR department sends out a survey to touch base with the new employee, to ask them questions such as, how has the week gone? How have we made you feel welcome? Do you have any travel issues? What do you think of our culture? And can you explain lean? This moves forward to 6-month survey, where we're asking the employee what lean improvements they've already made and what lean improvements they want to make. Through these surveys, we keep lean at the very forefront of their journey through Oryx. Here at Oryx, our culture is very different, particularly to the other businesses in Dubai. We care deeply about every member of our team. Everyone is equal, we just do different jobs. So here we are in the toilet, and this is thanks to you, Paul. Whilst I was putting together a presentation on the Toyota Way, I came across your video on YouTube all about the lean toilet. So here goes. Here's the drawers, toilet rolls, Kanban cards, deodorant Kanban cards. The idea of the lean toilet is to always leave it in a condition better than you found it. So here we go, men. Don't be shy, come closer. And here we are. Don't sit all day. There's one toilet in this showroom for men. And in case anybody doesn't know what to do, we've got it on the board. Now, we're a bit stuck for space here, so we don't actually have our cleaning materials in our toilet. I'll take you to the cleaning cupboard now. So here we are. This previously was a big mess. As you can see, Kanban cards on the side and a diagram of how things should be. Now this is in our kitchen, so I'll take you through to our fridge. Again, it's the same. Photos on the outside, Kanban cards. Everyone in the business knows where they can put their personal items, which is at the top. Just very quickly, our coffee, photos at the back, our teas, and then our drawers and cupboards. Here we go. Everything to replenish the toilets. We continue to improve our staff development through our lean meetings and our regular review of briefing material. Over to you, Guy.
Now going to take you through to meet Shamil, who heads up our lean supply chain management.
Now back to the order processing that Glorice was talking about. Come with me. We get our production requests for our projects from the design team, and the rest happens in the procurement office. Follow me. My team consists of 5 procurement coordinators. We introduced a leaner way of managing projects by assigning one procurement coordinator to a project manager. This helps them to manage all the projects of a particular project manager and avoids wasting time by having to go to different people for an update. Let me also show you one of the customized workstations made for the warehouse team that has all the necessary tools and equipments required for them to unpack a crate or do any kind of offloading. As you can see here, they have the drill machine, the hammer, measuring tape, a cutter, the necessary masking tapes, everything that they require for the crates. We've also implemented a visual tracker for all products in the warehouse. Every product that comes into the warehouse is labeled with a color sticker, and the same sticker is also stuck on the board, which allows them to know which order is it, for which customer, what are the items, and when it has been received. Apart from importing from different countries, we also have our own manufacturing unit. Ed will tell you more about it.
Welcome to our factory. We're going to walk you around and show you what we've achieved in the last 6 months since we've embarked on our lean journey. Here's Nobeto, he's a production manager. He manages a team of 5 people where we manufacture fixed windows, insect screens, switchable smart film, and motorized sliders. I'm going to take you around the factory, show you what we've done and the improvements we've done over the past 6 months. Walk this way. What we've done here as part of our lean journey is we've tried to divide the factory into zones. This is a profile preparation zone. Over there is the assembly station. We've got the workstations there for assembly and welding of our fabrics. One of the things we got from Seating Matters, fantastic lean improvement, was each area and each zone has somebody who's responsible for it. He's responsible for it. I don't need to speak to anyone else. I know that that's only his responsibility. Here we've got our cutting station, and this is where the work starts. When we get an order, we've got our own in-house production system which we've developed ourselves. From here we get orders straight from the design team. Anything on black we work on today. Anything on blue we leave it because it's based on our pull system. It's not ready to be worked on. If it's red, we know we need to jump on it immediately and work on it because something's gone wrong somewhere. On our workstations and all our assembly stations, we've got clearly marked SOPs which are continuously being reviewed on a weekly basis. For this cutting machine, we have an SOP for the cutting machine. It's not just for only new starters, it's for new starters and for current employees. It's got everything you need to know about operating this machine, clearly labeled with detailed pictures and not a lot of words, but just short, simple words explaining how to use the machine, how to maintain it, how to service it, and who to call if you had an issue. When we got this machine initially, we had a template here to manufacture fixed windows. If you were going to make that with the template it was supplied with, it would take you 20 minutes to make a fixed window. We've done this template ourselves in-house to reduce the amount of time it takes to fabricate the holes for a fixed window. We've gone from 20 minutes to 4 minutes for one fixed window. And we've got the Kanban storage bins on the bottom. They've got plimsoll lines on them. You can tell clearly the reorder lines for all of these components. 8 months ago, all of these tools were all in a bag somewhere in boxes. There was tools which we thought were required. We never used them for over 6 months. We've done an assessment. We had various lean assessments and lean discussions with everyone on the factory floor who's involved. And these are the tools we use on a daily basis. Everything else which we didn't require, we've either circulated it to other teams within the company, or we've got rid of it entirely. It's standardized according to Maketas. The tools are already inserted, so there's no need to waste time trying to get the tools changed. I want to talk to you about fantastic improvement that's come out from our lean meetings. 2 months ago, we had a morning meeting. Uni here spoke about what bugged him, and it was a test rig which we use. When we manufacture our insect screens, they're unique to our customer's property in terms of height and width. We had a test rig over there. It was sloppy, it was inaccurate, and it took time to use. Uni here discussed with us that he wanted something that was better for our testing and calibrating our test rigs. We came up with this prototype to emulate what we wanted to see. We tested it to make sure it functioned in terms of functionality, the pulleys going up and down, in terms of being easy to use. When we were happy with that, we went and we manufactured this test rig which you see over here. The test rig is simple. We needed to make sure that everything is square. The left side needs to be the same as the right side. So we linked the two sides with a chain, powered equally by a motor. This saves 10 minutes per screen. Typically we're doing 5 to 6 screens a day. So that's about an hour a day that's saved with this one improvement. Seating Matters 2-second lean video was the first 2-second lean tour which we saw at Oryx. Previously, these Kanban cards were sitting at an angle. It was very difficult to read it, and we've tilted it at an angle, copying what we saw at Seating Matters, and it's easy to read, and the lads in the factory and myself don't have to struggle to read the Kanban cards. Here's our multi-use cutting table. It's a cutting station that's used for 2 things. We use it for producing switchable smart film, which you can see some have been produced this afternoon, And we also have our mesh for the insect screens, which we cut using this fantastic cutting saw. All the jobs are scheduled on our production system here. And this is a fantastic one where we've done a lean improvement. When we started with this production system, these fonts were quite small, and we had an issue with I had a black box incident where one of the lads has cut the film, didn't see the numbers correctly. And what we've done to correct that is we've increased the size of these fonts so it can be viewed from anywhere around the table. This again is a fantastic lean improvement which we've had recently. This workstation used to sit on top of here. The mouse was here, the books was all over the place. So you can see we now have a workstation with a shadow form on it, neatly organized. We've got a printer for printing delivery notes. A label printer is underneath there, and our stock of paper, which is replenished once it goes down. These are the tools which we require for our assembly of our fixed windows, silicone, 3 colors of silicone and the silicone nozzles. Once we're finished, this is all tidied up. These are the components as well, and the hand tools which we require for doing it. That's monitored and topped up on a weekly basis. These are all the tools which we use, including protection tape, measuring tape, scissors, and a marker pen when it runs out. It's been really exciting to show you around that little factory and show you all the improvements which we've done in the past 6 months. It's fantastic. We have lean meetings 3 times a week. We're continuously improving. We've got a WhatsApp group that's got before and after. We're always trying to adhere to the 8 pillars of waste. There's always waste around you. You just have to be able to find out and know how to find them. It's been a fantastic journey, and we're really excited to continue on this journey to continue to improve. And thank you to Paul Akers.
Hi guys, I'm Anne, and I've been working with Oryx for the last 8 years. My job is Operations Manager Installations. We love Lean, and our 14 teams of installation are at the forefront of our 2 seconds Lean. The whole company takes part in Gumbo walks, which means going to site of installations wherever that may be. It took only a couple of Gamba visits for us to understand where the real waste of the company is, and it is wasting the time of our most value-added asset, our installers. They are our true value adders, and often they wait on site awaiting the frames, the glass, or even permits to access the site where they are going to work. So, just like the Toyota way, we inverted our organizational chart. So the installers are on top and everybody in our company is subordinated to our installers. Our project manager and our technical managers make sure that our installers are on time every time, fully equipped with everything that they need to install, so they do not waste a single minute. My position is down here, and our MD guy, well, he's somewhere near the floor. We have even gone as far as calculating the revenue generated per installer per hour for the last year, and we clearly know who is our value-added member and non-value added member. Many years ago, we all read an amazing book, Black Box Thinking by Matthew Syed. Without knowing it, this was the start of my lean journey, because from the book we learned about incremental improvements and how making many of them add up to big changes. In 2018, we developed our very own black box improvement scheme, and this has been driving our lean journey in Oryx. This is how we record them, making one person responsible for finding the root cause and taking action to fix it. We encourage BBIs and even have a reward scheme to incentivize everyone to record BBIs. Something I like is that since we have read 2 seconds lean, we are trying to make improvements on our black box improvement scheme. Look how simple the recording form is. There's now a debate about replacing it with a video, but we're not sure that is leaner. One of our latest lean improvements is replacing the drawings cumbersome and liable to damage with robust tablets. Now, the installers can zoom in into the details of the drawing and ask questions. They can also record BBIs from site using their tablets. Finally, over to Garth, who will take you through one of my favorites.
My name is Garth and I'm the Operations Manager at Oryx. Welcome to our Formula One inspired pit stop for our customized installation vehicles. These are our ready-made trays and replacement power tools for quick and easy replenishment. Here comes the CIV now. That's the pit stop done. Now let's go to site.
Welcome to the famous Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. I'm currently stood outside a villa that is undergoing a complete renovation. Our guys here are installing a whole series of doors and windows, and I'm just about to conduct a lean meeting to see how we are progressing. Welcome to our lean meeting this morning. What I'd like to do first of all is just ask about what lean improvements that you've made at home.
In the night to lean my improvement on the house. So I'm preparing my things, my trouser, my clothes to put in that my bag. And then early in the morning, so it's not take time to go my works.
What is it that bugs us in our day-to-day work?
When we're working inside the villa, we are going to take off our safety shoes and we are wasting time for start the job. Now we use a shoe covers for going inside the villa. So don't have to waste time taking off our safety shoes.
And so now, to conclude, Oryx has made radical improvements in the way we operate. Together with the key principles of the Toyota Way and 2-second lean, we've stopped overproduction, we've reduced inventory, we've reduced storage massively, we've seen a reduction in related defects and overworking, we've drastically reduced transportation costs. We're now seeing the full potential of our employees through our lean meetings. In addition to our obvious attention to detail, design and 3S'ing, we now call the whole process good-looking lean, or the Oryx way. Richard and Paul, having made this video, we now realise just how many lean improvements have gone on in our company. We've only featured a few of them. The great news is that we think we're only 5% of the way through on our lean journey. Thank you, Paul, for your generosity. You've had a huge impact at Oryx. From all of us at Oryx,
Thank you, Paul.
Wow. How did you do it, Guy? How do you get people engaged at that level?
Well, to be honest, Paul, I can't really be sure. But one of the things we do here, we really do care about all the employees, and we've got rid of a sort of hierarchy of people. We're all equal, as Heather said in the video, we're all equal, we just do different jobs, and everybody is treated with respect. That's first and foremost, right out of Toyota Way. And secondly, which is probably the hardest thing for me to do, is remain patient with everybody, because I've been reading the books. I'm normally 2 or 3 books ahead of everybody else, and waiting for people to catch up has been a problem and caused some heated debates in the company, shall we say.
Yeah. So the answer is respect and patience.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. And that is beautiful. And you got rid of all the hierarchy and all the people, anybody that wants to have a title And I'm so impressed, Heather. I'm impressed with all of you. Just the fact that you guys have engaged it at every level. You didn't say, oh, well, I don't really need to do that. Everything is important. Phenomenal. Richard, let's go to more questions.
We haven't got any questions yet, but here's one from me, Guy. You look at your organization chart, and I love it when I think it was Anne or somebody said, Guy is right down in the floor somewhere.
Yeah, that was the best.
Incredible, because, you know, here's a challenge to all the people watching. Look in your company and tell me if your organization chart is traditional, where the leader is at the top. Okay, and everybody looks up at the leader and all they see is, excuse my language, a-holes. Okay, if it's at the bottom, they look down and they see people looking to support them. So Guy, tell us a little bit why you did that.
Well, we did that. That was actually a result of maybe just 1 or 2 Gemba walks. And it was, I think it was in the Toyota way, probably also in 2-second lean and emphasizing 2-second lean. And once you understand, you know, we thought we knew what value added people were, but we didn't really. And it took us a while. But once you do genuinely understand who adds value in your company, you can't have those people going off to collect a bit of silicon that's not on site. You can't have a bus taking 3 teams to site, with the first team getting to site on time and the other 2 teams arriving in half an hour or even an hour later than they needed to for the day. You have wasted all that time and revenue. And so what we did, we actually worked out how much each installer earns the company per hour, every hour that he works. So every hour that a team of 5 are away from site, that is a big number. And that is your loss of revenue, or if you want to be even smarter about it, you work out what your gross margin is. And that is the loss of gross margin is the actual loss to the company. And that puts a different emphasis on where you focus.
So I'm going to say an additional component to what you taught everyone in your company to in everything that's going on. So you have respect for sure. People can see the waste without a doubt, and you're patient. That waste component is huge. Everybody seems to be able to identify where it is.
We do. I mean, you don't even have to explain it anymore, do we? We're not having to explain where it is. Right. Everybody knows. And everybody knows that if the installation team is not working, we can't have anybody from that installation team coming back to the head office to pick up something. As we will, anybody in the company will take something to site. I will take something to site if there's nobody else to do it, because that is the most important thing. Everything else you can make up with extra time spent doing whatever it is.
Okay.
I love it. Wow.
I love it. Love it. Okay, Paul, we've got some questions coming in. So this is from Francisco. What system or method do you use to sustain lean improvements?
We have 2 main methods. The first one we've actually been developing for about 6 or 7 years, I think. We call it black box improvements. It's based on the book Black Box Thinking by Matthew Syed. And the idea was a black box improvement is anything in the company, well, it's anything that's wasteful in the company. So that can be incorrect measurement on site, incorrect product made in our factory. It could be an order that's placed with the wrong dimensions. It could be somebody slipping on a cable. It could be anything. So we started this scheme a little bit naively, and we are now up to somewhere like between 60 and 80 black box improvements every month. Is it 60 to 80? I think it is.
Wow.
60 to 80. Yeah. And the key with this is spreading that work out amongst everybody. Because if it's down to one person, Paul, you hate this on your emails, you handle everything immediately. We now have to close off every black box improvement within 48 hours, preferably within the hour. And we spread it out through the company because it's just too much for a few people to do. For everybody does it. We've used 2-second lean to improve the way we record these black box improvements. So that's the first thing we do. Now, we're a little bit conflicted at the moment because we also know the true value of Gemba walks. And Gemba walks and A3 sheets are brilliant. So we have these two things running. That might not be lean. And maybe we need to cut down to one, but we are testing which one's working and how we can improve it. We're still early on in our journey.
Guy, one thing is emphatic. You will figure everything out. You and your team will figure everything out. There's nothing to apologize for. You guys have just got it. You'll figure it all out, and you'll be the example for all of us. Next, Richard.
Good.
Next question.
Next question. So this is from Jeff at Traffic Safety Supply. How did you get started with 2-second lean? How did your team respond initially? And would you change anything about your implementation?
Yeah, good questions.
Well, the first thing I would change is I am 63 years old. I wish I'd started this 20 or 30 years ago.
Don't we all?
Okay?
Yeah. I'm right with you. I'm the same age.
Thing I would change. Now, there is something that I know we all struggle with. In fact, it came up in conversation today. Sometimes we forget how to start a lean meeting or how to do something that is lean. And there is a very, very simple fallback, and I've used it umpteen times now. And all you have to do is start the meeting, what bugs you? And once you start on that what bugs you question, it all just rolls. So, team, we have a discussion today. That's just something that we need to remember all the time.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Absolutely.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so this is from Kelly, and the question is, what happens to the project's continuity when one project manager goes on leave?
Okay, I'm going to have to declare that I am guilty here because we have the most amazing project managers in this company. And we have Anne who manages them, and Garth is going to be taking over from Anne because she's pregnant. She's going to go off and have a baby. And between them, before they go on holiday, they're supposed to share their workload amongst the team. And Anne also steps in. However, I have not been able to stop them all from logging in to work issues every single day that they are on holiday. And it's something we have to address here.
Oh boy.
Wow. Wow, that says a lot how much people care. Elon Musk said all you need is people that care and are competent. Clearly, you have people that care, and that is an important ingredient for all organizations. Well done. Next question.
No, that's it. We don't have any more questions so far. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. How often do you do the Gemba walks, and do all of you join the walk each time? That's from Kyle.
Okay, we have, right, we are spread out over 3 or 4 sites, Oryx sites, and each day we are spread out over maybe 14 construction sites. So Gemba walks are done. There are umpteen Gemba walks being done every single day. We have different lean meetings. Every lean meeting does a Gemba walk somewhere. And then on top of that, we have a lean meeting on site at each of the sites we're working. So Gemba walks, I don't know, how many are we doing? 20 a day, something like that? Yeah, we're doing 20 different Gemba walks a day.
There you go. There's the ingredients. It's so simple. It's so obvious. When you do the fundamentals and you're consistent about them, everything else takes care of itself.
And you do your Gemba walk and you ask people what bugs you, what's stopping the flow, what gets in the way.
Yeah.
What are you struggling with? Absolutely. All the right questions.
So Guy and the entire team, I just want to say you have really helped all of us. And we appreciate deeply your commitment to excellence and improvement and your willingness to share and help the rest of the world, because this will go down as one of the best AME lead tours I've ever seen. The amount of effort and time you put into it to demonstrate to us what you're doing is the best of the best. Thank you.
And Guy, we got another question. This is from Edwin. I must have missed this at the beginning, but I thought it might have been answered. How do you get buy-in from employees at all levels? Say a little bit more about pull versus push. Because I know you're not
Okay.
patient.
Not patient. Okay. I think this is not a straight line. My conversion to lean is up and down. And I'm finding that my dedication to it depends on what book I am reading at the time. I've read 2 Second Lean twice. I've read all Paul's other books, and I am pleased to say I'm just finishing Abolishing Sloppiness. It's not abolishing. Banishing Sloppiness, Paul. That is an amazing book.
Yeah, right.
I let everybody know the day before yesterday that is where I'm at, and I'm hoping that everybody will read that too. It's a real motivator for me. I have to try to be as much like Paul Akers as I possibly can. I'm nowhere near. I'm 20 years behind him at least, but I'm trying. And I do feel that a good few of us in the company are also trying and leading by example. Not everybody in Oryx gets lean. Everybody is affected by lean and everybody's contributing to it, but not everybody quite gets it yet. We've only been doing it properly. Well, not properly. We started to.
You're 10 times better than me. You're amazing. I'm not blowing smoke at you. I'm completely in awe of what you're doing, and the continuous learning with the books. That's one of the reasons why I wanted people to see this video and to see your presentation, because you are a learner, a lifelong learner, and you're imparting that to your team. And this is so important for all of us, to not be stagnant, to always be pushing. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, Guy, you absolutely are.
Richard, any more questions?
Yeah, I got a great question.
The anchor's being pulled up right now, so I got to go pretty quick here.
Okay, so this is the last question we're going to do. This is a really good one, in my opinion. This is from Daniel. How do you celebrate invisible improvements, such as improvements in a computer system? If a shop floor goes from dirty to clean, it's easy to visually see it, but software changes aren't as visible for the team. I love that question.
Yeah. And I've got to say that Adrienne is sitting here and she's been responsible for a huge shift in the way we record things on our various schemes. Have we celebrated what she's done enough? No, we haven't. However, as a company, we all went to the beach for a very long weekend in Dubai, and we had a huge celebration. And I must say that if it wasn't for lean and black box improvements and everything we'd done last year, we wouldn't have been able to do that. So that was our thank you and celebration. We also have lots of rewards for lean improvements, by the way. We have prizes for the biggest contributors. So we do that. But if I've got a chance, just very quickly, I very much need to thank Mavi, Heather and Lorna here. They did the video shoot for us, and that video shoot on its own showed me how far we've come, because I didn't realise.
Big thank you, Guy and your team. Unfortunately, I couldn't get everybody on because it was a scooping scroll around the team, so we got most of the team on. Thank you.
Brought to you by AME and paulakers.net, where you can find all my books and resources on my website, paulakers.net, for free. You can even get my new app, 2 Second Lean Play, where I have all my books available in 9 languages in the audio format, designed for you to listen while you work and play at paulakers.net or Lean Play.